welcome the incredible personal branding expert and brand photographer.
So amazing. Yes. But before I get started, I want you to take your phones out because I'm picking a little bit of your stories, all of that, and there is photos of the speakers, there is photos like literally of all of us. I don't see enough photos of you. So what we're gonna do is I want everybody to open their phone and take a selfie. And yeah, you're gonna turn kind of like around and you're gonna take a selfie with me on the background. But this is the thing. You are the face. So I want you to like grab your phone and kind of like go like this. And I'll just do like a silly face and you can take a photo of me. But you're gonna take a selfie of you for your stories. Woo! Yeah, bitches! And now you can sit down because this is the thing. It's all about owning who you are and about going all in. So, this weekend, we already established the baseline that every single woman in this room wants to make money. Is that yeah? You want to make money? Yeah! And every single one of you has a message to share with the world. Can we say that? Yeah? You have a message that can like change people's lives? Can you give me a whoop whoop? Oh, okay, because I didn't see that much conviction there. Like everybody said yes to the money. But like, you need to own the message too, right? So, do you have a message that can change lives? So, can we safely say that if you went all in, every woman in this room can build a profitable personal brand that can change the world?
Yes. Amen.
Yeah? Yes or yes?
Yes.
Yeah. That's a bold fucking statement. Changing the world. And today we're going to talk about going all in. Because you cannot change the world if you don't go all in. So I'll tell you a little bit of how I got to this stage. About 3 months ago, Rebecca called me and asked me if I would share a little bit of my story of going all in. Because it wasn't always like that. I didn't always go all in. And back in 2018, I was still bartending. And I wasn't just a regular bartender. I was the #1 female floor bartender in the world. I was one of those that flipped the bottles, spit the fire. I was like traveling around the world. And it was great, you guys. I loved it. But then I became a mom to a little blue brat right there. He's like, it's like taping somewhere like super small over there. And my priorities changed. And this job that was like fun and it was kind of glamorous. I worked in Las Vegas. I was brought to from Argentina to work in this bar in Vegas. I always had this vision of like the immigration officer that had to sign my visa, right? Like, oh, rocket scientist, like, I don't know, doctor, flair bartender. I'm like, wow, yeah. But what happened was, I was also building a photography business on the side, and I was in and out. In and out. I wasn't truly committed. I just didn't really know it at the time. And I was wondering why things weren't happening. And this was like quite a few years that I've been building this business. And a friend of mine well, let's talk about Full Circle. I haven't seen it in about 2 years, but she's sitting here today. She invited me to a live event. And I was like, why do I need to go to this event? She was like, well, events change lives. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, whatever, I've never been to Nashville, let's go. So we go to this event, and you go to an event like this, and all the speakers are amazing, right? All the speakers are so amazing. But there is usually one speaker that has a message that is for you, something that you need to hear. And I remember we get to Nashville, it was like hot and humid. I'm like, we get to the venue, we check in, and I'm like, oh, these speakers are going by. And this woman comes on stage, and I could hear like the heels. She had this stunning red dress. She started talking about mission, vision, ripple effect, making more money than you ever thought possible, changing lives. I remember sitting there, it's like, what the fuck is she talking about? Up until this point, you remember I had this job that I was kind of like the queen of my little village, but I didn't know what was out there. And literally, in the space of a second, like this, something crazy happened. I saw myself on stage. I could feel the nerves. I could feel my feet on the stage. I was like, oh my God, that is what I want. I had no idea what that meant. I had no idea what was out there for me. But what happened next was, just as the vision came, the vision left. And I was sat in my chair again. And I remember my brain going, you are a bartender. Your English sucks. You have an accent. And by the way, you have been doing this business plan for a minute now, and that shit ain't working. And I felt so embarrassed on my chair. Like I had this feeling like I literally shrunk in there. What if somebody like heard my thoughts? How I dare think that big? Doesn't look that big from here. It looks awesome. So we come back from that event, and my life, I come back from that event, and this is what happened though. I decide to go all in. I consciously decide to go all in. I started like showing up on social media. I started telling people I was a photographer. Now that business was like very, very different than what my business looks like now. But I was doing all the things I thought I had to do it. Now my life was so different, you guys. My husband and I, we would toggle shifts so we could take care of Leon. Still there, he's still taking. I was building this business on the side, and I wasn't really sure why things weren't working. But I remember vividly, my mom would ask me, why do you work so much? I had a friend at the time that asked me, why do you need to be different? She's not my friend anymore. But I remember thinking, I don't know. All I know is I am meant for more. Who in here knows in your heart you're meant for more? Right? Like wherever you're standing, there is always more. So I'm doing all the things. I'm showing up on social media. I'm telling people I'm a photographer. And then I remember thinking, okay, why I was a photographer, people still saw me as a bartender. Because I was showing up as a bartender. If you would have Googled me back then, you would have still be like, oh, maybe she does photography, right? Like, if you would also maybe go to my social media, you would see a few photo shoots in there. But there was mostly all these mixed messages. And I remember asking myself, am I truly going all in? Am I actually truly going all in? And that's when I realized for the first time that the vision that I had was pulling me to take action, but I wasn't truly going all in. I got lost, I'm not gonna lie. So this is the thing though, that was the first vision. I come back, we come back from that event, I start working my business, and then I realize going all in will look different for any of us, right? Whenever you're at, some of you, I was talking to many women, and I can't find her right now, but she was telling me she's new, and she just started her business. And then I was like, oh, that's interesting, because no matter where you're at, even if you're pivoting, even if you are starting a new venture, you know it or not, you already have a personal brand. People already know you for something. And these visions are going to keep coming every single time, no matter where you're at. The question is, are you going to go after them? Are you truly going to go all in? Because you probably know right now, you know if you're going all in. You know where you're holding back. Stephanie Lutz is like, So my question to you is, are you in the driver's seat? Or are you letting everybody else dictate what they think of you? How you want to be seen? This is the thing. People will tell you that your personal brand is how people perceive you. They will also tell you is, the space you have in people's minds is what people say in the room when you're not there, and that is all true. And it's also, who are you being? What are you being? Because when I look back at that moment, I was a bartender playing to be a photographer. Until I stepped into the role of the business owner. And then things started moving. This is the thing. When you think about Rebecca, right, you think PR, community. When you think of Tracy O'Malley, you think of the Enneagram. When you think of me, you think of personal branding. What do you want to be known for? Do you know? What do you want to be known for? What can you associate yourself that you are so full in your stomach that you are willing to go all in? But in order to do that, you need to know where you're at, right? Do you know where you're at? Have you ever sat down and be okay? Let's see, let's assess where I'm at. So that is the first thing. I want you to think about this really quick in your mind. You have a worksheet. Now this worksheet is for you. All you're going to be doing is you're going to be rating yourself. So this is an exercise of going in. Okay? This is one of the 4 things that I see most women not going all in. When I started thinking about this talk and where are women holding themselves back, these are the 4 things that I see all the time. But just to demonstrate that, I would ask you, if you would Google me right now, or if you would go to my social media and you saw this, will you hire me as your personal branding coach or your personal branding consultant? No, and no, over and over and over. So I want you to assess your own personal brand. What are you putting out in the world? And just so to your kids' game. This is what you put down when they say occupation, right, in a form, right? This is about how you show up for yourself. What do you believe about yourself? So the first thing where I see women really not going all in. And playing small doesn't even make it justice, okay? It's your expertise. I'm gonna reframe this for you today because somebody told me this and it has changed everything. You are always in the middle. This is what this means. There is always gonna be somebody that is ahead of you. Always, always, always. No matter you getting another degree, you getting another certification, you learning, you taking all the courses, it doesn't even fucking matter. There is always gonna be somebody that knows more than you. So you are trying to play a game that you're never gonna win. However, there is always somebody two steps behind you that needs you. There is people out there waiting to hear your message. When you own that no matter where you're at, you're always going to be in the middle, now you go all in on showing your expertise. You go all in with what you have right now, not tomorrow, not when you take another course, not when you like, I don't know, when I learn a little bit more. Today, you go all in that expertise. Because that is how you show up. And people know what you do. And they want to hire you. The next one is your brand story. This is where I got hung up for so long. Until the moment I owned that I was a bartender, I was hiding. You cannot build a business that is going to change the world if you're hiding.
There is a rainbow across story.
I got it. Taken, point taken. But this is the thing. Until the moment I own my story and I allow myself to show up truly as me. Nobody saw me because I didn't see myself. Are you going all in and really finding the connection between your story and how is that helping your people, right? This is about the why you do what you do. And I'm going to talk a little bit more of why I do what I do in a minute. This is not, I left my job so I could have freedom. I left my, that's not the it. This is like that big fucking vision that you have to change the world. Because that is the one that you need to lean in to go all in. Leanne, your opinions, she was talking about the throat chakra, right? This is where you get stuck because you don't want to say, wow, it keeps coming, right? It's like getting bigger and bigger. This is where most of us, I'm going to say us because I did it for the longest time, we are vanilla and we don't want to offend anybody. And we're like, well, I'm just going to copy somebody else. I'm going to change the words. So it looks like I know what I'm doing. You already know right now. You already have opinions. So when it comes truly to building that personal brand, everybody else, Rebecca, me, her, everybody else in this room is creating educational content. That's not going to set you apart. This is what's going to set you apart. Your story is what's going to set you apart. Because there can be a million people doing the same than you. But nobody's going to have your story, and nobody's going to have your opinions and your conviction. So I want you to rate yourself. From 5 to 1, 5 being, you're doing amazing, you're showing up with everything you have, to 1 being like, oh, I'm a little better. How are you doing on your expertise? Are you going all in? Are you owning it? How are you doing on your story? How many times are you showing up to tell your story? And why do you do what you do? And what you experience by doing what you do and how you're changing people's lives? Are you actually owning it? It took me a long time to own that. Rate yourself, make sure you get to that 5. Not tomorrow, not in a week, not in a month, like right now. You can do that right now. And you, my friend, are the secret sauce. This is where most of us get really hung up. You already have a genius. You already have everything you need to start peeling the onion. And this is the thing. Your personal brand, building your businesses with heart, the way we're doing in this event, it's all about going all in that internal work, so you can start learning who you are. What is that thing that lights you up? It's your job. It's not a coach's job. It's not somebody else's job. Other people can facilitate for you, but it's your job to go all in. Bring who you are into what you do. Again, right? There's probably millions of personal branding coaches, but nobody's like me. But I say that in a way, this is the same for you. Take it, receive. But the same goes for you. The same goes for you. I literally went to that Facebook group for the Pitch Club, and then I looked you up. Guys, I can't figure out what you do. I'm like, what are these people doing? Like, I don't know what they do, right? So rate yourself from 5 to 1. 1 being and 5 being I'm doing amazing. And that's a black slide. And that is not a mistake. Yeah, that's not a mistake actually. So I told you that I came back from that event. I went all in, and things weren't working out. Despite of that, I burned the freaking bridges, and 4 months later, I quit my job. I'm not advocating for you to do that. This was my own story. It was a little bit too soon. However, it served me so well. But this is what happened. And this is not taught enough in the entrepreneurial world. So when I first quit my job, I already had everything I needed inside of me. But I didn't go all in all of those things. And there was a year that was so freaking dark. So dark. And it took me about a year to start stepping into this new person that you see right now. But it doesn't need to be like that. I did it with help. And when I came out of that year of darkness, I started jumping. And I started going all in. In 2020, when the world shut down and women needed guidance, I took the opportunity. Not one day, not 2 days, every single opportunity I saw, I took it. In 2022, I came to an event, Weekend at the Pitch Club, and I joined Rebecca's inner circle, and I never looked back. And it has been quantum leap after quantum leap because I got used to going all in. Not in and out, not I'm gonna try, let's see if this works. I went all in. A few months later, a mutual friend of ours invited me to speak at her stage, at her event. I was like, shit, the vision. I almost said no. And then I reminded myself that I am the person that goes all in. Are you the person that goes all in? Are you? Yeah? You're gonna be after today, for sure. But this is the thing. You have to keep going all in. It never ends. Every single day, you're gonna go all in. There's gonna be moments that you're gonna feel, that is the moment where you need to go all in. And this is where it gets really cool. This year, I spent the whole year learning learn how to go all in and how to teach other people to go all in. But not from a place of, oh, I'm gonna go all in the way I was doing it. From a place of gratitude, of gracefulness. And what I wanna do with you today is I wanna help you have something that is gonna help you step into your personal brand power every single time. Not only when you feel small, but every time you may need to make a decision. Maybe when somebody asks you to speak at an event. Maybe when somebody asks you to go in their podcast. Maybe when you need to make a decision and you're like, I am not sure. This is the thing. Everything in my life changed because I decided to go all in. That was 2018. Look around you. This girl that was a bartender from Argentina is speaking in front of you. This year alone, I spoke in 4 stages. I just hosted my first live event. I have a business that I can truly say I'm changing lives. I did that by going all in. And I want to give you the same gift. So I'm gonna host something that actually Erin, my energetics coach, gifted me, and I'm gonna gift it to you. And because there is very specific language, I'm gonna use as a script because I want this to be so powerful for you. So I'm gonna ask you all to stand up. And what we're going to do is called the Ring of Person. But it's actually called the Ring of Power. But today we're going to call it the Ring of your personal brand power. Because you will have a next level. Every single one of us. Rebecca has a next level. Tracy has a next level. I have a next level. All of us. And I want you to step into that level knowing that you already have everything you need right now. So I need 3 people to tell me if you would step right now in that personal brand power, what would be the feeling that would make you most, like it could be confident, happy, joy, empower. What would that be? Confidence. Okay.
Aligned.
Aligned. Ooh, one more.
Unstoppable.
Unstoppable. Ooh, I love. Okay, so we said confident, aligned, and unstoppable. The little music. Okay. So this is what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. This is called the Ring of Power. I'm gonna give you a cue, and you're gonna imagine a big ring in front of you on about 2-3 feet in diameter. Make this ring absolutely vivid. Give it color. It can have sound. This is your ring of your personal brand power. If you have it already, you can close your eyes. We're gonna step into it. I'm gonna give you the cue. We're gonna step into it. And then we're going to step out of it. So make sure that you can do 1 step forward and back. I want you to see your ring right in front of you. And I want you to remember a time when you felt confident. Can you remember a specific time where you felt so confident? So amazingly confident, and when you have that feeling, I want you to step into your ring. Amazing. Keep feeling the feelings of confidence. Feel them in your heart. As you remember that time now, get into your body. See what you saw. Hear what you heard. Feel the feelings of being absolutely confident. And when the feeling subsides, step out of the ring. Then step back whenever you feel it. When you feel the feelings subside, you can step back out of the ring. Can you remember a time now when you felt totally aligned? Feel it in your body. Feel it in your body. Awesome. As you remember that time now, get into your body, see what you saw, hear what you heard, feel the feelings of being totally aligned, and then step into your ring. Feel it, feel the feelings of feeling completely aligned. Remember that moment, remember what you saw, what you felt, what you heard, and when the feeling subsides, take your time. When the feeling subsides, you can step out of your ring. Can you remember a time when you felt completely empowered? Can you remember? Think of a specific time where you felt completely empowered. Feel the feelings, see what you saw, hear what you heard, and when you have it, step into your ring. Step right into it. This is your ring. Feel empowered. Feel your personal brand. See yourself doing your thing. Confident, aligned, empowered. And when the feeling subsides, you can step out of your ring. Look at your ring in front of you. Grab it. Grab your ring. Have your ring. Make it small, 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 small. And put it right on your finger. When you put it on your finger, you can open your eyes. This ring is an anchor. When you're feeling like business is hard, when you don't want to show up on social media, when you feel like everybody else knows more than you, or maybe you feel like everybody else is doing what you're doing and you don't know how you're different. You can take this ring, put it in front of you, and step into your personal brand power. Because you already have everything you need inside you. Every single one of you has a message. We were talking yesterday at dinner how all of the speakers somehow we are having these talks that they're so similar to where we're going, but we're doing it all with different ways and different things and different personalities and products and all these things. This is how we all together bring to the collective. The world needs your message the way you are going to deliver it. One post at a time, one client at a time, one going all in at a time. Strong, profitable personal brands are about more than the product they offer. They're about the change they bring into the world. The world is falling apart out there, you guys. I don't know if you've noticed, but this is the thing. Our job is to change it, one person at a time. Your message is so fucking needed. Go all in. The world needs you.
Say Laurel. Good morning, Ed. Big round of applause for the